I'm a mermaid, chained inside a tank at the auction house, displayed like a priceless exhibit. The scales on my tail have been ripped away, revealing raw, bleeding flesh beneath. Outside the glass, my fiancé Brandon wraps his arm around his lover Sienna and says, "You love that limited edition sports car, right? Once I sell this mermaid's tears for a fortune, I'll buy it for you." His brothers laugh, pounding on the tank. "Quit pretending to be innocent. We've seen every inch of your body. Brandon kept you around for 3 years just to get top dollar today." I shudder, remembering how he almost died, and how I saved him with Brandon's blood. He told me he'd lost his memory. He promised he'd love me forever. But from the moment we met, it was all just a cruel, calculated lie. And as the first bloody tear slips down my cheek, the auction house erupts into a frenzy of bids. The night his beloved Sienna returned, my fiancé Brandon locked me in an auction tank while his friends cheered him on. Brutal chains bound me. My mermaid tail, once shimmering, was now covered in wounds. "Aurora, Sienna is back tonight. Why don't you dance for us to liven things up? We have all seen those private videos of you and Brandon. Stop pretending to be innocent. Brandon said the highest bidder gets to enjoy you tonight." My desperate eyes found Brandon through the glass. The disbelief burned deep in my soul. He was holding Sienna close, whispering tender words to her. "Don't worry. Mermaid tears are priceless. Selling her will get you that sports car you wanted." Then I finally understood. Brandon had faked his amnesia. He tricked me into coming ashore just to harvest my mermaid tears. He claimed to love me, yet he was willing to drain me of blood and tears. The water around me bloomed with blood. I curled into myself, powerless, my heart plunging into darkness. Brandon had called today our anniversary. Instead, I had become merchandise on his cruise. My voice was raw. "You promised those videos would never leak." Brandon's hand slid possessively down Sienna's waist. "So what if they did?" he sneered. "You're just a piece of meat. Aurora, you've always been so accommodating. Do this for me." Sienna wants a show. Think of it as your chance to please her. Making her happy is an honor. Sienna pressed closer to him, her voice dripping with false concern. "Brandon, Aurora doesn't seem willing. Are you sure this isn't too much?" A bitter laugh tore from me. I slammed my tail against the glass, the impact shattering through the tank. Tears choked my words. "Brandon, I'm your fiancé. Why are you doing this to me?" The massive splash drenched Sienna's clothes, and she shrieked, shrinking into Brandon's shoulder. Brandon punched the glass. "Aurora, don't be ungrateful. Sienna is like a sister to me. We grew up together. She just got back today. Do you really have to ruin everything for everyone?" I struggled to turn around. "Your sister you grew up with? Then what am I?" Brandon impatiently lit a cigarette. "You're just a mermaid. I helped you come ashore so you could experience land life. Shouldn't you be thanking me? Now, it's time for you to repay that favor. Making Sienna happy is the least you can do to be useful." Sienna leaned in, kissing Brandon's cheek possessively, a smug look on her face. "Brandon says mermaid tears are the most valuable thing. Once we get them, we'll go buy that sports car." I slumped against the glass, completely drained. In Brandon's eyes, I was nothing more than an item for sale. Brandon waved a dismissive hand. "All right, enough talk. Everyone's waiting. Give us a dance." When I still refused to move, Brandon finally snapped. He seized a long whip and brought it down across my body. Scales scattered like shattered glass. Angry red welts rose instantly across my skin. A scream tore from my throat. I grabbed the tank's edge, desperate to escape, but Sienna pressed a lit cigarette to my fingertips. She looked down, sneering. "You lowliest mermaid, I advise you not to struggle." Brandon coiled the whip around my neck and pulled tight, cutting off my air. The air vanished from